There we go. Let me actually capture the game audio for this one. There we go. It has its own music, so I'm going to turn off Pretzel. And if you like, this one is available. Where'd it go? There is a demo for this in the Steam store. If you'd like to take a look, I'm not gonna play the whole thing because the whole thing is a little bit long. But I want to get a look at it because I saw it in the Mix Showcase yesterday, and it's really cute. And yeah, I've got everything set the way I need to. Ooh, we can change the pixelation. We can make it really pixely or not pixely at all. We're going to leave it at the default pixelation because this is the intended experience from the dev. But you can turn off the pixel. So if you don't want the pixely, you can turn it off, which I really appreciate. I really do appreciate that in games. So let's hop on in. We're going to start a new save. And we'll just look at the first little bit of it because I just thought it was adorable. So this is us. Oh. Hello, I'm Dave. I'll be your supervisor during your time on GUP 14. Your first task is to clean up the pollution in your landing zone. There's a lot of it, so you better get to work. So we move, we can ascend, and look at our little backpack. When we ascend or descend, it has like the little indicator light on it, which I love. And we were like, I love it. Love it. So our first task is we aim our little thingy and we collect trash. If you have trouble locating nearby pollutants, be sure to use your helmet's scanner function so we can scan and trash highlights on our map. And the game has it has its own like ambient soundtrack, which is very, very, it's right in that calming vibe area. The only thing is, I said, it's hard to get, when you get close to something, to know exactly how you need to be facing it to pick it up can be a little bit difficult. Let's see, is there any other trash? There is. And there's no kind of speed control. You go as fast as you go. And yeah, I definitely sunk into this one last night. I was like, oh, this has the vibes. Like, these are good vibes. These are immaculate vibes. And we have a little recycling station that we put our stuff in. So yeah, in the video, the dev basically referred to this as Power Wash Simulator meets Subnautica. Ah, you've learned how to use the recycle bots. Your litter collection is indicated by the yellow progress meters. They're so happy to nom on that trash. Hey, DC, welcome on in. Congratulations, you have proven yourself capable of performing basic litter collection. That feels like an insult. You are now authorized to leave the landing zone. Please proceed to Ripple Reef for your next task. So we also have a machine here. It's a crafting station. And over here is a shipping station. We can order some things. So now we're leaving our landing zone. Bye-bye, landing zone. You have just left an oxygenated zone. You will need to monitor your oxygen meter from now on. Be sure to periodically refill your oxygen tank at the floating recharge ring by your landing zone. So this refills our oxygen. It's a little bubble blaster. However, I know of a way for us to get oxygen without the bubble blaster. Oh, and we're supposed to zap goop. It's toxic waste material that we refer to as goop. Use the laser on your bubble gun to neutralize it quickly. The sounds are very satisfying. And when you've cleaned off the goop, it turns green. Fully clean plants have increased resistance to the goop spread, so make sure you are thorough in your cleaning. Oh, yeah, sorry, we did switch games over to Loddlenauts, which is similar, but not quite. I mean, we actually do look like a little power washer, but underwater. So here's our hack for getting more air, is these plants give us air. So we should clean them so we have air and we don't have to fly all the way back. But it's it's smooth, like doing this little twirly twirl is nice and smooth. It's so good. Power wash swimulator, yes. And you don't get a ding exactly, but you do get a little bit of a sparkle noise when you've cleaned up something, so it's kind of nice. Now, let's continue to Ripple Reef. Cleaning along the way, cleaning as we go. So this is Ripple Reef. This area is known as Ripple Reef. Pollution levels on the planet have made it uninhabitable. Your job is to clean up all contaminants in the area. I'll be here monitoring your progress as you work. So again, we clean up the air bubble things. So we can basically just stand here. And there are some large air bubble friends over here, so we're going to clean those. And then we'll see if we can find something else they showed us in the demo. And then we'll go look at ducks, because, yeah, I don't want to... The demo does have the first area completion done, and then you can just hang out, and it's kind of nice. The targeting's a little bit weird, so you do get used to that. Okay, so this is a big bubble friend. I'm just going to stand here and get bubbled. And that completely recharged our oxygen, so I love it. I think... Let's see here. I think we actually have to clean it up a little more before we... There's a friend that hangs out over here. But we have to clean this up a little bit, so maybe we won't get to that, but we'll clean it up a little bit. And as you clean up the goop, like, plants will grow. So, like, you clean up the toxic goop, and plants grow, and it's very cute. But we could just clean it up just by actually grabbing trash, too. But yeah, very good sounds. I like the pixely, but I realize you can turn the pixely off if you don't like that. Val had some good points yesterday about how, and I think we all kind of had this moment where it's like, I understand how that's supposed to be cool and artistic, but the art style does not appeal to me. And I've seen people who don't always like pixely games. So I like that this game is like, you can just turn the pixel part off. So, So yeah, no pixels. And I mean, we're much more we're just as adorable without pixels as we are with pixels. That's a trash bag, so we like stress it out and then it explodes. And we grab all the garbage. Let's clean off another tubey thing so we can get some more oxygen. And I kind of like for me, it's also fascinating from a how do game devs make games kind of standpoint, because I'm like, so did they just essentially make the game normally and then add the pixelation to it? And I'm like, well, yeah, Brian, obviously that's what they did. Like there's no like make it pixely feature that you just do in game dev. And I'm like, okay. Nightbot, you are on top of things and I appreciate it. Let me clean up some more goop. And fruit grows on these, and the fruit is for something else later. But yeah, everything is resource gathering. I don't like oxygen meters on things, but the oxygen meter on this is pretty stress-free. Oh, I hope that they're planning on a Switch release, because this will be really fun on Switch. This would be great. So let's see here. Let's see if we can get this a little done. Well, Dave, our supervisor, did say, don't eat the fruit because we don't know how it's been affected by the toxic goop. So it is very much a, like, maybe don't eat that. Like, you know, be adventurous, I guess, but maybe not that adventurous. And yeah, you just make things nice and clean and green. Forbidden fruit, right? It's a shame because, I mean, the fruit was of knowledge, so isn't that... why was that forbidden? Like... Oh, here we go. Oh, that's just a Loddle. It looks like it's covered in goop. Unfortunately, you are not authorized to use your laser on the local wildlife, not after what happened last time. Best just to ignore it for now. I don't want to ignore it. It likes me. It likes me. But I do know what to do with this Loddle. And that Loddle looks very unhappy. It might keep following you until you get it clean. So we can't use our laser on it, but maybe we can give it a little bit of a blast from our bubble gun. Looks like the recharge ring blasted the goop off that Loddle, but it's still following you. So we'll go back home, we'll recycle our things. That Loddle seems to have taken residence in your landing zone. I suppose that's fine. For now. So we recycle things, and it turns them into bits, and we have an inventory. We're able to move stuff around. And when it turns them into bits, we are essentially reusing these, and we can go to the shipping station, and we can use those bits to order other things. So we're going to order more oxygen. So now our oxygen capacity has been increased. But where'd our friend go? Where'd you go, buddy? You can also find them really quickly by doing that. So here's what the fruit's for. Hey, bud. Interesting. That Loddle seems to be growing new features with each bite of fruit. Ah, no matter. Do not let that creature distract you from your job. No, this creature is going to distract me from the job. So as you can see, the more they eat, they're growing into... I know axolotl is not how it's supposed to be pronounced. That Loddle has grown too fond of you. Please scare it away by blinking your helmet lights. Well, that didn't work. It seems to like you even more now. I give up. Play with the Loddle all you like. Just please don't forget about your job. So yeah, it's basically becoming more of an axolotl, as you can see, and that's like Loddlenaut. So yeah, it's a very, very cute game, and yeah, you should check it out. And this is just a miniature look at it. There's more to do as you clean up the reef. You are able to purchase things, craft things, and you get status updates. And once it's clean, you can basically clean up the reef in the demo, and then you're done. You can play with the Loddle all you want. And I like it. So yeah, it's very, very cute. So we're going to save, and then we're going to go to the main menu. And I also like this because it says, hey, do you want to save just in case? And I'm like, we're good. So yeah, so that's Loddlenaut. And I like that you can wishlist it directly from the game client.